All right, the holiday season is upon us, and you may be looking for a special place to take your out-of-town guests. Otherwise, a home away from home, especially if you like good music. If that is the case, the Dirty Dog Cafe offers the best of both worlds. And joining us this morning to talk about the food and the music, Chef Eli Fox of the Dirty Dog Cafe. Sounds like my kind of place. I've never had the opportunity. Tell me about the cafe.
Well, the Dirty Dog Jazz Cafe, it's a full restaurant and dining. 65 seats. We are open Tuesday through Saturday, and we feature jazz every day.
How would you describe your food?
Food's kind of a modern American. You know, we have a lot of different flavor influences that we feature on our menu.
So you're making something special for us today. What is it, and how do we get started?
Today we're going to make a braised lamb shank.
Okay.
And pair that with a toasted barley risotto.
Sounds and smells
Should be tasty.
delicious.
Hopefully enjoy it. So first off, we're going to take our braised lamb shank.
Okay.
This is cut from the foreshank, which is on the leg.
Okay.
I'm sorry, pardon my reach. We're just going to season our lamb here.
Anything special with the seasonings?
No, just salt and pepper. And I already kind of seasoned that a little bit.
Okay.
Just ahead of time, so we could do our TV magic here.
All right.
Into a Dutch oven we already have preheated, which is a little bit lower than I wanted, but that's okay.
And we're just searing that just to kind of lock in the flavor.
That. Caramelize, really improve the flavor of the final dish.
Okay, and I see you got some vegetables there as well.
Yep, this is basic mirepoix, carrots, celery, onion, leeks. We're going to brown the lamb shanks in the pan.
Okay.
Roughly about 3 to 4 minutes, or until it's brown on all sides, caramelized. Let me grab a spoon here.
Okay.
So let's say this is caramelized.
Sure, sure.
Real deep, nice brown. We're going to add our vegetables in here.
All right.
And again, these would probably take about 5 minutes. We want to caramelize these, again, deep, so we have a nice, beautiful color on the final dish as well. So the mirepoix is going to cook in here with the lamb shanks until they're caramelized. We'll say about 5 minutes. When that happens, we're going to add in a tomato puree. And this is just simple from plum tomatoes. We puree down. We're going to cook that down again until it reduces and begins to caramelize.
Okay.
And the tomato is just going to add a little more depth of flavor to this dish.
All right.
When that tomato reduces, we have 2 types of wine we're going to pour in. We have a port wine and a Cabernet. So we're going to do probably about a cup each.
All right. Now, of course, folks at home, you're going to want to measure that, but you've got the feel. You got it down.
Well, you can never have too much wine, right? So feel free. Preferably you want something that tastes good that you're going to drink.
Okay.
So
something
the $2 bottles you probably want to stay away from, but you don't need a $100 bottle,
yeah,
right?
Understood.
Okay, so the wine's going to cook down a little bit. We want to reduce this by about half. We have a chicken stock.
And you've got that hot already.
Right. We want this hot because our Dutch oven with our lamb shanks are already hot, right? So we don't want to go in with cold stock. Okay. So we have a chicken stock we're going to add, and we're going to add equal parts of chicken stock and lamb stock. The lamb stock we prepared at the restaurant. If you can't find lamb stock, which typically you don't come across in your stores.
Sure, sure.
Beef stock's fine, or just chicken stock would be good.
Which obviously makes your dish that much better. So what do we have over here?
Following that up, once this is done, we get our stock in here. This Dutch oven's ready for the oven.
Okay.
275, about 4 hours.
All right.
The toasted barley risotto. We already started with leeks, shallots, garlic, chanterelle mushrooms. It's a wild mushroom. Saute that till it's caramelized. And again, it's going to add flavor to the caramelization. Pearl barley.
And this is ultimately what that is going to look like.
Absolutely.
And you've got some seasoning and herbs that you're going to add to that. What do we have?
Final product here, we're going to finish with just a bit of butter. Okay. Basil. And fresh chive.
And it's just that easy?
Absolutely. It's going to add a little freshness to it. Finish that off with some Parmigiano.
And you mentioned that you can also prepare this in a crock pot. There was one last thing I wanted to get in. You guys at the Dirty Dog Jazz Cafe, you've added something a little different. Tell me about that real quick.
We did. Coming up on Fridays and Saturdays, later in the evening, I believe 10:30, we're going to start doing kind of piano sessions, feature a late night menu that we came up with. We think it's pretty creative and it should be a good time.
We have the recipe for this dish on our website. That is, of course, WXYZ.com. You can have the jazz musicians in your home, and you're probably not going to be able to make this dish as well as Chef Eli has, but feel free to try. Again, we have it on our website, WXYZ.com. That is the Dirty Dog Jazz Cafe. We have the finished product right here, and we will be right back after I sample a little bit.